With social media exploding all around in the internet, I think it's a good time to talk about it. Social media is a computer-based technology used for socializing and networking on the internet. Without this internet phenomenon, people couldn't connect throughout the world. Also without this internet phenomenon, frauds, murderers, and rapists would still be out there violating people. It's very sick. While you may make some friends that will build you up and motivate you to be a better person, there are a lot of people that will backstab you, lie to you, test your emotions for a reaction, and eventually drive people towards suicide. The internet is a cruel place, and for the safety of the people, if they get sensitive toward what goes on, they shouldn't be on. Nothing wrong with stepping back from the internet to work on self-esteem issues. Social media can be beneficial if you're trying to network, not only to get your business growing, but also build up your reputation on video upload platforms. Alternative social media sites are also getting attention due to the biases of certain social media sites, including Twitter. But how did social media become a phenomenon? Let's go back to the beginning. In 1997, the first social media site called 6 Degrees was launched. It was revolutionary, allowing people worldwide to connect. Remember, this was back when people used dial-up internet services. Why did this groundbreaking site close down? Simple. 6 Degrees was a victim of the infamous .com bubble. I'm sure there were social media sites that were created immediately after 2001. But the social media site that made an impact on the internet was MySpace. What a site this was. I first joined MySpace in 2006. What got me hooked on this site was not only the ability to connect with my friends beyond talking to them in person, but it also gave people a platform to voice their concerns. That's right. For you youngsters watching, back in my day, most interactions were face-to-face. Texting was primitive and costly, while emailing was the hottest form of communication. On MySpace back in 2006, you could use a pseudonym, speak your mind like no tomorrow, etc. While MySpace was a great platform, it was also the beginning of the politically correct era, aka the PC era. Up until 2009, I used MySpace, then of course I moved on to Facebook. I wasn't much of a fan of the site for the following reasons. You had to use your real name at the time, you couldn't customize your profile, etc. Now for Twitter. A couple of years ago, I joined Twitter since people in certain communities wanted to connect with me beyond YouTube. I was skeptical at first, but some people walked me through on how to promote my content. While the first couple of months were very good, I eventually got a lot of heat. From the time I called Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. a communist nigger, which is true mind you, but I also got heat for expressing my views on feminists and homosexuals. Some of the wars I had on there were legitimately infuriating. The people I argued with either told me to shut up or challenged me to speak with them on Skype personally. One rule about talking on social media: if they are not comfortable talking to you publicly on a matter that you created for the public to see, do not speak with them outside social media. Odds are that they will put your back against the wall and intimidate the living crap out of you. The reason why I left Twitter was because two people I respect got banned unjustly. First, Ghost of True Capitalist Radio. Basically, like myself, Ghost got flack for standing up to the homosexual community to a point where he called out a homosexual named El Foxo Loco. Ghost got permabanned from Twitter for calling the user El Pazhole Loco. Since then, Ghost has his own website, ghost.report, and his social media account on gab.ai. Then the other person that got banned was an anarcho-capitalist named Esoteric Entity. He was banned from Twitter for criticizing David Hogg in regards to the Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Florida. Twitter cited Esoteric Entity for bullying, harassment, and libel. Much like Hollywood and the mainstream media, social media can also be a liability for people investigating the truth. So the truth set both Ghost and Esoteric Entity free from Twitter for good. This was unfortunately part of the infamous Twitter purge where conservative and alt-right profiles were getting taken down. Gab is an awesome place where people can say what they want. Sure, you can talk about how minorities blame white people for their problems. You can talk about how horrifying it is to see a pic of an aborted fetus. There are guidelines on Gab, but conservatives like myself enjoy the site as long as I'm not being violent or posting stuff that is legitimately offensive. I never joined Tumblr, so I can't really tell you that much. But for those that were on Tumblr, they can tell you to your face that Tumblr is the headquarters of social justice warriors. According to former users of Tumblr, the hate post of social justice warriors would spike their blood pressures to stroke-like levels. For anyone looking to seek a social media site to build their reputation, please avoid Tumblr. The last thing I want to see is a comment about how Tumblr gave them diabetes. So what can I say about social media in general? Be careful what you choose. No social media site is perfect. Even Gab has their issues. But the people on that site are tolerable from what I see. For anyone that wants to follow me on social media, I will have my Gab account in the description. I have no desire to return to Twitter. I don't mind interacting with people, but when certain sites become incredibly toxic, I have to consider heading elsewhere. So if you want to see what's going on with me, get on Gab, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here.